school system about a man who is suing our modern day schooling system. Albert Einstein once said that everybody's a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is useless. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, thank you for joining me today. On trial, we have modern day schooling. Glad you could come. Not only does it make fish climb trees, but it makes them come back down and do a 10-mile run. Tell me, school, are you proud of the things you've done? Turning millions of people into robots. Do you find that fun? Do you know how many students relate to that fish swimming upstream in a class believing that they are useless? Well, the time has come. No more excuses. I call modern day schooling to the stand and accuse them of killing creativity, individuality, and being unequally abusive. He's an ancient institution that has outlived its usage. Your Honor, this concludes my opening statement. If you allow me to continue, I'll prove it. You've seen a modern day phone, haven't you? They're slim, they're sleek, they've got no cords, no wires, no antennas. And what about a phone from 150 years ago? Big and bulky and slow, and they've got cords and antennas and wires everywhere. What about a car from today? Again, slim and sleek, but they can also be fast and fuel efficient. And a car from 150 years ago is big and bulky again, but also slow and horse-powered. A lot has changed, right? What about a car from today? I mean, not a car, a school. We sit in nice rows, straight and neat, and we raise our hands when we want to speak. 150 years ago, we did the same. Isn't that a shame? In literally over a century, nothing has changed. You claim to prepare students for the future, but are you preparing them for the future or the past? I did a background check on you. You were made to teach people how to work in factories, which explains why you put them in nice rows, straight and neat, raise your hand if you want to speak, give them the short break to eat for 8 hours a day, tell them what to think. I get it. Back then, times were different. We all have our pasts. I myself am no Gandhi, but today we need people and not robot zombies. People who can think innovatively and creatively with the ability to connect. Not people who compete for a letter A grade, which determines product quality, hence grade A of meat. Because if you talk to any scientist, they will tell you that no two brains are the same. And any parent with 2 or more children will confirm that claim. So please tell me why we treat students like cookie cutter frames or snapback caps with that one-size-fits-all crap. If a doctor prescribed the same medicine to all of his patients, the results would be tragic. So many people would get sick. So please tell me why this is what we do in school, this educational malpractice, where one teacher stands in front of 30 students, all having different strengths, different needs, different gifts, different dreams. And you teach the same thing the same way. That's horrific, ladies and gentlemen. The defendant should not be acquitted. Don't even get me started about the way you treat your employees. Teachers have one of the most important jobs on the planet, and yet they're so underpaid, which explains why so many students get shortchanged. Teachers should get paid just as much as doctors, because a great doctor can perform heart surgery and save the life of a child, but a truly great teacher can reach the heart of that same child and allow them to truly live. Teachers are heroes that often get blamed, working in a system with not many options, with curriculums created by policymakers, obsessed with the thought that bubbling in a multiple choice question on a standardized test will determine success. That's outlandish. In fact, these tests are too crude to be used and should be abandoned, but don't take my word for it. Take the word of Frederick J. Kelly, the man who invented standardized testing, who said, and I quote, "These tests are too crude to be used and should be abandoned." Ladies and gentlemen, if we continue down this path, the results will be lethal. I don't have much faith in schools, but I have faith in people. And if we can customize our cars and our Facebook pages, then we can do the same for our education. Because school spirit is useless until we can bring the spirit out of every child. And we must do away with Common Core, because until we can reach the core of every heart of every child, in every class, in every school, all around the world, it is